Hey you, everybody, and welcome to 12 Reasons Why You Must Visit the Netherlands in 2025. That's right, you heard me. The Netherlands. Get ready to trade your boring old morning coffee for some stroopwafels and say tot ziens to your boring life because we're going Dutch. We're talking tulips, windmills, canals, cheese, the whole shebang. This ain't your grandpa's travelogue, folks. We're cranking up the energy, throwing in some travel tips, and even some advice for you future expats out there. Think of this video as your hilarious Dutch uncle giving you the inside scoop on the coolest little country in Europe. We're talking insider tips, funny stories, and maybe even a few Dutch phrases to impress your friends. So buckle up, Buttercup. Get ready for a wild ride through the land of clogs, canals, and crazy good times. Let's go. All right, first up, we got to talk about Amsterdam's canals, people. Imagine this. You, a boat, some delicious Dutch beer, and canals so picturesque they make Monet say, "Wow, that's pretty good." These canals are like the veins of Amsterdam, pumping life and excitement into every corner of the city. You can cruise along, soaking up the sun, the stunning architecture, and maybe even a few errant pigeons. Don't worry, they're harmless, mostly. And the history, oh man, the history. These canals have seen it all, from the Dutch Golden Age to that time your buddy Dave dropped his phone in the water. Classic Dave, am I right? Seriously though, a canal tour is a must-do in Amsterdam. It's relaxing, it's scenic, and it's a great way to see the city from a different perspective. Now, I gotta warn you, these canals can be a bit of a labyrinth. One minute you're admiring a swan, the next minute you're hopelessly lost. And don't even get me started on Google Maps. I swear, Google Maps in Amsterdam is like that friend who gives you directions but forgets to mention a few key terms. You end up walking in circles, muttering to yourself, "There's no way this is the right way." But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Getting lost in Amsterdam is like an adventure in itself. You never know what hidden gems you might stumble upon. Maybe a cozy little cafe, a secret courtyard, or a group of friendly Dutch people who are more than happy to point you in the right direction. Eventually. Just remember, when in doubt, follow the bikes. Those Dutchies know where they're going, even if it looks like they're about to take out a pedestrian. All right, folks, get your cameras ready because we're talking tulips. And not just any tulips. We're talking about those iconic Dutch tulip fields that look like they were photoshopped by a unicorn on a rainbow. Seriously, these fields are so ridiculously colorful and beautiful, they make you want to break out into a spontaneous song and dance number. And the best part? You don't even need a filter for your Instagram pics. I'm talking rows upon rows of vibrant reds, yellows, pinks, purples. You name it, they got it. It's like a giant, colorful carpet that stretches as far as the eye can see. And the smell? Forget about it. It's like sticking your nose in a bouquet of pure happiness. I'm not even kidding. People travel from all over the world just to witness this floral extravaganza. Even people with allergies are like, "Pass the tissues. I gotta get a selfie with these blooms." And can you blame them? These tulips are like the celebrities of the flower world. They're stunning, they're photogenic, and they even have their own festival. That's right. Every spring, the Netherlands throws a giant party to celebrate these botanical beauties. So if you're planning a trip to the Netherlands, make sure to schedule it during tulip season. Trust me, you won't regret it. Unless you're allergic to happiness, then maybe just bring some extra tissues. Hey there! Future Amsterdam explorers, buckle up, or should I say, strap on your helmets, because we're diving into the wild world of Dutch bike culture. Imagine a sea of bikes, stretching as far as the eye can see. That's Amsterdam, my friends. Bikes are like the national symbol here, more common than clogs and windmills combined. Seriously, they've got bikes for everything. Groceries, kids, even your pet goldfish. Okay, maybe not goldfish, but you get the idea. Now, these bike lanes, they're not for the faint of heart. It's a high-speed ballet of dodging tourists, ringing bells, and pretending you know where you're going. Just remember, when in doubt, just keep pedaling and try not to hit a grandma. It's all part of the adventure. Trust me. Once you conquer the Amsterdam bike lane, you can handle anything. It's like a rite of passage, a two-wheeled baptism into Dutch life. And hey, it beats sitting in traffic, right? Now you might be thinking, Jimmy, I haven't ridden a bike since I was like 10. How am I supposed to navigate this two-wheeled jungle? First of all, relax. Amsterdam's got you covered. Bike rentals are everywhere, easier to find than a stroopwafel stand. And trust me, that's saying something. They've got all kinds of bikes. Grandma bikes, grandpa bikes, bikes with baskets big enough to fit your luggage, your dog, maybe even your mother-in-law. Okay, maybe not your mother-in-law, but you get the picture. Once you've chosen your trusty steed, it's time to hit the streets. And remember, confidence is key. Just pretend you're a local, blend in with the bike traffic, and try not to scream when someone rings their bell at you. It's just their way of saying hello. So, gear up, hop on, and get ready to experience Amsterdam like a true Dutchie. Just remember, when in doubt, pedal fast and yell, "Sorry." It works every time. All right, art lovers, get your museum game face on. Amsterdam is jam-packed with more museums than you can shake a paintbrush at. We're talking world-class masterpieces, mind-blowing modern art, and enough history to make your head spin faster than a Van Gogh Starry Night. First up, the big kahuna, the Rijksmuseum. Home to Rembrandt's The Night Watch, which is so huge, they practically had to build the museum around it. Seriously, it's massive. You could get lost in the details for days. Next up, the Van Gogh Museum, a tribute to everyone's favorite tortured artist. You'll see sunflowers like you've never seen them before, and learn all about Vincent's life, his struggles, and his ear. Yeah, things got a little weird there. And those are just the tip of the artistic iceberg. Amsterdam has museums dedicated to everything from cheese to tulips to sex. Hey, I don't judge. Now, with so much art to soak up, you might be tempted to sprint through these museums like you're on a scavenger hunt. But trust me, you gotta pace yourself. Museum fatigue is real, people. My advice? Break up your museum visits with some good old-fashioned Dutch treats. Grab a stroopwafel, sip some coffee, and rest those weary feet. You'll need your energy for all the art gazing, trust me. And hey, don't be afraid to take a break from the masterpieces and explore the museum's gift shops. You never know, you might find the perfect souvenir. A mini night watch for your fridge, perhaps? Or maybe a Van Gogh self-portrait coffee mug? Just saying, the possibilities are endless. So, put on your comfiest shoes, grab your museum map, and get ready for an art adventure you won't soon forget. Just remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And if you need me, I'll be in the gift shop, buying a Van Gogh shower curtain. Hold on to your hats, cheeseheads, because we're about to enter a world of cheesy goodness that'll make your taste buds sing. That's right, folks. We're talking about Dutch cheese markets, a symphony of smells, samples, and seriously delicious dairy. Picture this. Giant wheels of cheese stacked high, friendly vendors in traditional Dutch garb, and the air thick with the aroma of Gouda, Edam, and all sorts of cheese-tastic delights. It's enough to make your stomach growl louder than a foghorn. Now, the key to navigating these cheese markets is to come hungry and with an open mind. Don't be shy about trying everything. From the creamiest of Goudas to the tangiest of cheddars, there's a cheese out there for everyone. Now, let's talk Gouda. It's like the Beyoncé of Dutch cheese, famous, beloved, and oh so delicious. But here's a little secret: pronouncing Gouda correctly is an art form in itself. It's not Gouda, folks. It's more like Howda. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful, but trust me, once you taste that creamy, nutty goodness, you'll be saying, Howda like a pro. And don't be afraid to get adventurous with your cheese selection. Try some smoked Gouda, some aged Gouda. Heck, try some Gouda with chili flakes. And the best part? You can take all this cheesy goodness home with you. Imagine impressing your friends and family with a suitcase full of Dutch cheese. You'll be the most popular person at the party. Guaranteed. So, loosen your belts, grab your wallets, and get ready for a cheese-tasting experience that will rock your world. Just remember, when in doubt, just say cheese. All right, party people. When the sun goes down in Amsterdam, the city really comes alive. We're not just talking about a few twinkling lights here, folks. We're talking about a full-blown electric glow stick in your mouth kind of party atmosphere. Amsterdam knows how to have a good time, and trust me, you're invited. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jimmy, tell me more about these coffee shops I've heard so much about. And you know what? I'm not allowed. It's all very hush-hush. But let's just say Amsterdam is a place where you can truly relax and enjoy the finer things in life. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Just remember to pace yourself, folks. We've got a lot more ground to cover. But hey, it's not all about the coffee shops. Amsterdam has something for everyone, whether you want to dance the night away to world-class DJs, catch a live music show, or just chill by the canals with a Heineken and some bitterballen. Speaking of canals, try not to fall in after one too many Heinekens. And while we're on the topic of partying, let's talk about King's Day. Picture this, the entire country of the Netherlands turns into one giant street party. Everyone's decked out in orange, there's music everywhere, and the streets are filled with food stalls, games, and enough good vibes to power a small country. It's like Mardi Gras, but with more orange and less bees. Now, if you're not a fan of crowds, you might want to sit this one out. But if you're up for an unforgettable experience, King's Day is a must-do. Just be prepared for anything, and I mean anything. You might find yourself dancing on a boat with a bunch of strangers, haggling for a used bicycle, or accidentally joining a conga line. Hey, it happens to the best of us. But the best part, everyone is just there to have a good time. It's a celebration of Dutch culture, and you're instantly part of the family. So grab your orange wig, brush up on your Dutch drinking songs, and get ready to party like a king or a queen. Okay, so we've explored the canals, we've conquered the nightlife. Now it's time to escape the hustle and bustle of Amsterdam and venture into the Dutch countryside. And you know what that means? Windmills, baby. Those iconic giants have been gracing postcards and Instagram feeds for centuries. They're like the original Dutch influencers. Now I know what you're thinking. Windmills? Aren't those just big old fans? And to that I say, hey, show some respect. These windmills are architectural marvels, harnessing the power of nature way before it was cool. Plus, they just look cool. You got your giant blades, your quaint little houses attached to the side, and the occasional flock of sheep grazing nearby. It's like something out of a fairy tale. And speaking of fairy tales, the Dutch countryside is full of charming villages, rolling green fields, and more canals, because why not? You can rent a bike and explore the picturesque landscapes, take a boat trip through the canals, or just find a cozy spot to relax and soak up the scenery. It's the perfect way to escape the city and recharge your batteries. But let's be real. The real stars of the Dutch countryside are the tulips. Every spring, millions of these colorful beauties burst into bloom, transforming the landscape into a giant, vibrant rainbow. We're talking rows upon rows of tulips in every color imaginable. It's enough to make you want to grab a paintbrush and channel your inner Van Gogh. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tulips? That's a lot of pollen, Jimmy. And you know what? You're not wrong. But trust me, even if you're allergic to every flower known to man, it's worth braving the sniffles for a glimpse of this floral paradise. It's like walking through a living, breathing work of art. Just make sure you pack some tissues and allergy meds. And hey, while you're there, why not pick up a bouquet or two? I'm talking about those beautiful, multicolored tulips. They make the perfect souvenir. Just maybe leave them in the hotel room if you're traveling with someone who has allergies, you know, for the sake of romance. Hold on to your wooden shoes, folks, because we're about to dive into the wild and wacky world of Dutch festivals. These aren't your average run-of-the-mill celebrations. Oh no, the Dutch know how to party, and they've got a festival for just about everything. Now, if you're looking for a good time, you can't go wrong with Carnival. It's like Mardi Gras' crazy cousin from across the pond. Think colorful costumes, parades, music, dancing, and enough beer to float a barge. Just be prepared for some, shall we say, interesting traditions. For example, there's this thing called herring slappen, which involves hanging a raw herring from a string and trying to eat it without using your hands. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it's just a taste of the fun you can expect at Carnival. Just, maybe skip the herring if you have a weak stomach. But if you're looking for something a little more traditional, then you have to experience Sinterklaas. Now, Sinterklaas is basically the Dutch version of Santa Claus, but with a few key differences. First of all, he arrives in the Netherlands by steamboat all the way from Spain. Yeah, you heard that right, Spain. Don't ask me how it works, it's just Dutch magic. Second, he's got a whole crew of helpers called Zwarte Pieten, which translates to Black Pete's. Now, before you get your knickers in a twist, just know that it's a complicated and evolving tradition. Let's just say that the Dutch are working on being more inclusive, and leave it at that. But the best part about Sinterklaas? The presents, of course. Kids leave their shoes out by the fireplace, and if they're lucky, Sinterklaas and his Pieten will fill them with candy and small gifts. It's a magical time of year for kids and adults alike. Just, maybe don't leave your shoes out if you've been naughty. You never know what Sinterklaas might leave in there. All right, folks, let's talk about the lovely people of the Netherlands. They're known for their directness, which might throw you off at first. It's like you ask for directions and they're like, go straight, then left. But don't blame me if you get lost. Boom, roasted. Just kidding. They're just messing with you. Deep down, they're big softies. Seriously, these guys are super welcoming. You want to make a friend? Just sidle up to the bar, order a Heineken, or, whatever you're into, and bam! You're practically family. They love to chat, they love to laugh, and they definitely know how to party. And don't worry about the language barrier. Most Dutch people speak English better than I do. Seriously, I think they start learning English in the womb. It's crazy. So you can ditch the phrasebook and just bring your A-game sense of humor. The Dutch are famously direct. No sugarcoating, just honest, efficient conversation. You ask for their opinion, they'll give it to you straight. But it's refreshing, and always comes from a good place. Their honesty leads to hilarious conversations and genuine friendships. Once you crack that Dutch shell, you've got a friend for life. Just don't ask them to say squirrel. Trust me. Get ready, food lovers. Dutch cuisine is all about next-level snacks and classic flavors. Stroopwafels, 2 crispy waffles with gooey caramel, are a must-try treat. Pair one with strong Dutch coffee, usually served black with a little cookie. For something savory, try bitterballen, crispy, creamy meatballs perfect with mustard and a cold beer. Ready for something adventurous? I'm talking about Dutch herring raw, but cured in salt and served with onions and pickles. It's a local delicacy, and when in Amsterdam, you've got to try it. Not into fish. The Dutch love their potatoes, fries with mayo or stamp pot with sausage, and for dessert, don't miss poffertjes, mini pancakes dusted with powdered sugar. The Netherlands is a food lover's paradise, so pack your appetite. All right, folks, listen up. Reason number 11, to pack your clogs and head to the Netherlands? It's called the 30% ruling. Sounds like a royal decree, right? Basically, it means that if you're a skilled worker moving to the Netherlands, you could be exempt from paying taxes on 30% of your salary for up to 8 years. 8 years. You could buy so many stroopwafels with that kind of dough. Think about it. More money for exploring those charming canals, more cash for those delicious Dutch pancakes. Heck, you could even afford to get lost in the tulip fields and actually find your way back. It's like the Dutch government is saying, welcome to the Netherlands. Here's a big chunk of your salary back. Go have some fun. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Jimmy, I only speak English, and maybe a little Pig Latin. Don't worry, my friends. The Dutch are practically fluent in English. Seriously, they start learning it in the womb. You can navigate the whole country, order food, even tell a joke, though they might give you that Dutch look. It's a thing. Plus, loads of international companies have set up shop in the Netherlands, so finding an English-speaking job is easier than finding a stroopwafel stand in Amsterdam, which, let's be honest, is pretty darn easy. So ditch the language barrier excuse, my global pals. The Netherlands is calling, and their job market is saying, let's make some magic happen. In English. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Moving to a new country. That means paperwork, Jimmy, mountains of it. And yeah, you're gonna have some forms to fill out. It's like a rite of passage, right? But listen, the Dutch are all about efficiency. They've got this thing called DigiD, which is basically like their online government system. You can do almost everything online. Register your address, open a bank account, even order a pizza. Okay, maybe not the pizza, but you get the idea. It's surprisingly painless, folks. And once you've got your BSN number, that's your social security number, Dutch style, you're basically part of the club. Now, getting settled in your new Dutch digs is a breeze. The Dutch are super welcoming, like that friend who always offers you a stroopwafel. Because who can say no to a stroopwafel? They're all about community, so don't be shy about striking up a conversation with your neighbors. Who knows? You might even get invited to a gezellig borrel. That's a cozy get-together, Dutch style. And hey, if you're ever feeling lost or confused, just ask a local. They're known for their directness, so you'll get a straight answer, even if it's not the one you were hoping for. Hey, at least you'll know where you stand, right? Well, folks, there you have it. 12 compelling, hilarious, and slightly cheesy. Get it? 'Cause Holland cheese. Okay, I'll stop. Reasons why you gotta add the Netherlands to your travel bucket list ASAP. I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments. What are you most excited to experience in the Netherlands? Have you ever tried to pronounce Gouda correctly? And most importantly, have you mastered any Dutch dance moves yet? Show me what you got. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome travel content, and as always, stay tuned for more fun and games right here on, well, you know the rest.